left your coffee mug right where you placed it. Some habits are too heavy to reset. The street lights pour like honey through the curtains. The city breeze, but I've forgotten how. Every corner of this room still holds your laughter, and silence never felt this loud. I keep the TV on just for the noise, but even static sounds like your voice. Tell me, how do you unlove someone when loving them was all you'd ever known? We're 2 seats away in the same lonely car, close enough to remember, too broken to start. Hey, every midnight highway still pulls me to your side. Guess our hearts never stop driving, even after goodbye. Even after goodbye. I drove past the block where we used to get lost, found a diner still open, still counting the cost. Ordered coffee I didn't want, just to sit in a booth that reminded me a bit of Sunday mornings, heavy with your perfume, of how you'd steal my toast across the table, of how love felt so easy, so possible then, before it all became a fable. I put our pictures in a box last fall, but somehow they still cover every wall. Tell me, how do you erase a feeling that carved itself into your very calling? We're 2 seats away in the same lonely car, close enough to remember, too broken to start. Yeah, every midnight highway still pulls me to your side. Guess our hearts keep driving, even after goodbye. Reach for my phone on quiet evenings, then remember there's no number left to call. So I pour another glass and watch the city, and pretend I'm not missing you at all. Maybe longing is just love with nowhere to land, a ship that keeps on sailing to a vanished land. Tell me, how do you come home to yourself when home was always somewhere and someone else? We're 2 seats away in the same lonely car, close enough to remember, too broken to start. Hey, yeah. Every midnight highway still pulls me to your side. Guess our hearts keep driving, even after goodbye. I heard a song today inside a grocery store, one of those slow jams from years before. I stood there in the aisle, completely frozen, while everybody else just walked the floor. You used to hum that melody on Saturdays while cooking something simple, wearing my shirt. It's funny how the smallest ordinary moments become the sharpest edges when they hurt. I almost called your name right there in public. That's when I knew I hadn't healed at all. Tell me, how do you survive these ambush memories that drop you without warning in the fall? We're 2 seats away in the same lonely car, apartment wrapped in everything you left. Not the obvious things, the hoodie, the letters, but your absence, which is louder than the rest. Maybe someday I'll repaint these walls a new color. Maybe someday the rain won't spell your name. Maybe someday I'll sleep it through a whole evening without waking up and reaching out in vain. But tonight I'll let the city hold the silence to